three dots, you can see
That's cool.
more information for incoming participants. Yeah. Three dots, you can see
That's cool.
more information
Yeah, I see that. No.
for
Okay,
incoming participants. Yeah. Oh
people.
wow, I'm really I'm dead band.
The live stream is live.
Oh, because there's a delay there. You heard my voice after I said it.
Yeah, but I've muted
Okay.
that tab. I checked it just to make sure it's working. Good morning, Grace.
I was trying to understand who was saying that. Repeating me.
Me when I hear myself twice.
They're reading your mind. Hey, Sandra, how are you doing this morning?
Good morning. Good morning. I am doing well. Got a busy day ahead of me.
Indeed. Good morning, Patty. Hope you're doing well. I know it's early for you. And good morning, Mark.
Morning, Jim.
Don't know what you said, Susan, but your body language is interesting.
Just telling Eric his face is so close to the camera. Oh, back up a little.
I can hear you.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
going to mute you.
You must use a really good razor, Eric. It looks very close shaved.
And I'm sitting here thinking I'm getting too old to be Zoom host. I think we need to pass this on to younger people.
This might be a bad thing to share at this time, but I'll be 67 in September. And I really don't mind being a Zoom host versus the complexity of managing the whole Zoom event thing. It's been pretty nuts.
I have no idea how you do what you do, Jim. That's amazing. I'm not sure. Like, are you from TI or where are you from?
I work for G Healthcare. I'm a cybersecurity guy. I make sure that all of our imaging products are as good as they can be from a cybersecurity perspective.
Excellent. You've done an amazing job. I mean, interacting with you for the last 8 months has been a real privilege. Thank you so much.
You're very kind, Stella. I should
Very,
warn
I
you,
would agree.
people tell me I hardly look or act my age, so I'm going to try leaning into being grouchy. So
That kind of
getting
comes,
getting mentored by the best.
Jim, that comes with the territory. When you get older,
Exactly.
you gotta get grouchy. You get kind of angry.
That's how people know. Otherwise, they don't know. They think, oh, here's a young guy. He can go lift that 50-pound box and put in my car. Dude, you're like 15 years younger than me. Do it yourself.
Yeah. I hit the age 72, so I'm just amazed. And
No way.
yes, way. And my body definitely feels it. It's the legs that have given out, but I'm working on it to build its strength back in. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Y'all
I'm
are
an oldie.
great.
Yep. I feel like Dietmar.
I remember Dietmar. Yep.
I do. I feel like Dietmar.
Long time ago. He was very proper. The way he spoke and the way his mannerisms were. Yeah.
I love the way he could correct you and then put a smile on it, on his face. And so you got corrected, but you didn't feel like you got corrected. I love that about him. So what kind
Jim,
of
do you prefer that we keep our videos on during the meeting, or do you
I think
I mean,
so.
back
I
in the
think
old days
there's
we used to like take off our videos because of the bandwidth, but I don't know.
Mhm.
well, it's my bandwidth isn't your bandwidth. You and Eric are sharing bandwidth for sure. So it's up to you if you feel like the your bandwidth seems to be doing fine right now. Your video is coming through fine, your audio is coming through fine.
Okay.
The whole bandwidth thing is really an issue if you have multiple people on the same local network that are either The biggest problem is if they're trying to upload information, because that's typically where people run into a problem. Most ISPs give you download speeds that are completely adequate for anything that a normal person would be doing with their computer, even several normal people for downloading stuff. Uploading is typically where the issue is. So for example, my account has got 200 megabits download and I think about 26 megabits per second upload. And you don't need to be good at math to know that's like a 10% difference. Excuse me, the upload speed is 10% of the download speed. And that's completely appropriate for how we tend to use computers and how we tend to interact with other people. So your download speed should be fine bandwidth wise. It's really, if both of you start loading your own videos and trying to play it up, that's where you will interfere with each other on your own local network.
I tested my internet speed and all I have is 2 megabytes or 2 something, and so it's a problem. And the Comcast Xfinity is coming out on Tuesday, and
Oh
so I'm
my.
hoping we'll be okay. But I know there's something wrong with our internet. It's very slow over here, and we pay for lightning fast. We pay extra money to have lightning fast internet, and we have really slow right now.
Do you want to exchange text messages by phone in case we need to? I know I got Jim, I got Eric, I've got Susan, I've got Sandra on me. Maybe I just
We might be able to set up a sidebar chat room that we can use right in Zoom. Hey, good morning, Richard.
Good morning, Jim.
Jim, this is Mark Moschino. wanted to say I was going to have my video off the entire time because I had surgery last week.
Yes, sir.
I might
So-
just take off
so-
my video so people can't see me.
So I wouldn't want to see others to see the shape I'm in right
Once it
now.
gets started,
Hold on a second. I need to mute Gina.
I tend to wear my.
Gina, can you
Scratching on
mute
my
yourself,
face.
please?
I think it was Eric and Susan that were talking.
Oh, maybe. So Mark, I understand your message and I'm wishing you fast recovery as much as possible.
It should be over next week, but I'm not in good shape right now.
No worries, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
We all wish you speedy health.
Take care, Mark.
I think we need a banquet celebration after this year. It's been quite a year,
Yes, indeed it has been.
and it's not over yet.
That's true.
I'll be coming to that celebration no matter how I look.
Oh. Fantastic.
For you. If you are a little self-conscious about the state of your head, maybe you can wear a fancy hat. If you're so disposed.
Good one. Good one.
Grace, we can't hear you if you're talking to us.
Sorry,
No
I
problem.
was talking with someone from our household.
Oh, never mind, never mind. I think you're right about it not being Gina. She's still connecting to audio. She might be having a bandwidth issue. I anticipate a lot of people popping in starting around 5 minutes before through 10 minutes after 9 o'clock. So no cause for alarm at this point. I'm hoping me filling inbox with meaningful messages this morning helped a few people get started.
Thank you for being our hero.
I'm leaning into that grouchy. This is the grouchy part of me. I don't trust people anymore. They're not saving their Zoom links. They think I can resend them a link. They think they can send me a message now and have them be automatically registered and credentialed. It's just silly.
Oh my gosh.
And the hard part for me is I do have to keep my eye on the inbox because I might be getting relevant messages in addition to messages I can't do anything about.
Thank God we've got the past international president with us. That's gonna help us a tremendous amount today.
Oh, I don't know about that. Let's not put all the pressure on me.
He's
I've
cool.
worked with I worked with Jim for so many years that I thought this was going to go so smooth. And Jim, this is probably one of the ones you've had the most challenge with.
Oh, we in D30 are definitely challenging. Didn't you hear about D30?
Oh, let me remind everyone, this is being recorded and live streamed.
Oh gosh.
Yes, there's never a dull moment in District 30. We can agree upon that.
You got to have fun.
Indeed.
I remember when I was first interviewing you, past president, for your club, for your role as a
ID maybe?
ID, yeah. That's
Regretting your decision?
that's how far back I go. I remember. No, of course not. Absolutely not.
It's always the question you got to ask, Jim. You still
Yeah.
would have made that decision, huh?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I remember. Very informative, very knowledgeable, and had ideas right there. Remember that.
Thank you. We're going to have a good day. It's going to be fun. You
Yes,
know,
it
no
is.
matter what the challenges are, we'll get through it. And we're going to go through the regular process just like we would. So, but it's important that everyone has their voice heard.
Yep, exactly.
Except Coley's. We can put him on mute right away until we get the credentials
Oh
report.
man, there it is.
Especially if he gets grouchy.
I'm just taking lessons from Richard on that.
Well, thank you. At least I've rubbed off on you some way.
Indeed.
I still haven't managed to put six $50 words into a 7-word sentence like you have, but I'm trying.
No need to be acrimonious, Richard.
And there we go. I see Ivory. Hi, Ivory. Haven't seen you in forever.
I know. I saw your name and I said, oh man,
How you been?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Life is good.
You still with AT&T?
No, I retired last year in June.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. I work at Northern Trust.
Oh, excellent.
I was not about to uproot my family, move to Dallas.
I don't blame you there.
Yeah. So, job is a job.
Yep.
We tied him down so he couldn't move.
That's right.
Like I told my boss, I'm too old to make new friends. It's hard. You guys know me. Those down in Texas, they don't know me.
Wait, are you
That's
saying
true.
we're your support group now, Ivory?
Yeah.
Ivory, that's such an Ivory statement. I'm too old to make new friends.
Ivory, if Jim's your advisory committee, you might want to consider new friends.
Or at least younger friends.
That's those two. I got them. I got in Chicago. You have them all.
Indeed.
It takes a village.
Yep. Good morning, Alice. And welcome to the call. I'm glad I got you past that last hurdle. Morning, Bruce. Morning, everyone who's joined who I haven't said good morning to yet. Feel free to turn on your camera and socialize until we get closer to the hour.
We have 25 people.
Yep, I expect this is the start of the 27 now, and it's going to be getting busier and busier. Hey, good morning, Spiro.
Good morning.
Good morning, Latrina.
I'm sorry, sir. Jim?
Oh, I was speaking to Latrina. I'm still greeting people as they come in. I can't stop myself.
My wife says I have that problem too.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Nita.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we
indeed.
can.
Okay.
Hey, Don, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Brad and John and Joseph and James.
Morning. Thanks for all of your coordination.
Good morning, everyone.
Absolutely delighted. Might not seem like it, but I am absolutely delighted. Morning, Rosalind.
Good morning.
We have about 6 minutes.
There's a lot of graduations going on this morning.
Indeed, there are. It's a busy time for all kinds of things.
I didn't realize
And last night,
graduations were. I didn't realize graduations were this weekend.
Graduations this weekend, college graduations this weekend.
Yeah.
Campus.
I think for the next several weekends, many colleges are going to be sending out their graduates into the world, searching for credit card applications and life insurance policies, as we all know.
and high school graduations yesterday and other graduations as well.
Nice.
So Jim, they're going for credit card application because they're not in debt enough from college. Is that the deal?
Well, there's that, and it was kind of the sarcastic observation that graduates from college are one of the data feeds that are commonly used by credit card people, by life insurance people, by car sales people. They can buy these lists of people who just graduated from college because they know. Excuse
Do you
me.
think there's a shift in that where life insurance may not be as important anymore for some people, especially graduating college?
Whether or not it is important is different from whether or not the salesperson wants to make the impression that it's important.
Well, that is true.
If you
We
start
don't
a
teach
family,
sales.
it's
We
important.
don't teach salesperson skills in college. How to avoid the salesperson.
It takes courage sometimes.
The hard no for the hard sell.
Well, we don't want that, Richard, because we use some of the same techniques to help people understand the benefits of Toastmasters.
But are we really the hard sell?
We're selling it on benefits, not selling it on what we think is going on in that person's mind regarding prestige.
Yeah.
At least that's my impression. I don't think we sell
So
Toastmasters to establish more prestige. I could be wrong.
I just bought a new car.
Oh,
We went to one dealership. So we went to one dealership where my wife had bought a car from before to look at the car I was interested in buying. We met with the salesperson, and my wife knew them. And my wife said to him, he will let you know if he wants to buy the car. Do not text him. Do not call him. Do not harass him. He will let you know. We drove off the parking lot, and within 5 minutes, there was a text message. Thank you for coming in. Just want to follow up, blah, 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 blah. I went to another dealership and actually bought the car and took my car down there to the original dealership for service. My wife was with me, and the salesman went, "Why didn't he buy the car from us?" And she said, I
can
told you,
spell it if you want.
I told you, do not text him. Do not harass him. You cost yourself the sale.
yes. Yes. Well, I think part of the sales mind is
I'm gonna add.
they're
watch.
going to do these things, even though you specifically told them how it's going to
Yep.
cost them. You'll walk out. You might even blacklist them and complain about them in public, which I encourage.
When I go buy a car, I don't eat. I'm hungry. So my wife has dinner cooking. So she knows I'm going to be just aggressive as possible. I end up getting the salesman mad, everybody mad, because I want to get out of there because I want to eat dinner. And
How it should be.
that's the and I end up getting the car I want and at the price I want. To go there hungry.
Hungry.
You want to get out of
Technique.
there.
I don't want to
Hangry.
sell that car. I'm not gonna.
Angry.
Hangry.
Yeah.
My question is did you buy a new motorcycle lately?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I got too much money going into my sports car, into my race car.
Okay, we got 1 minute left, people. Let's look sharp.
Mhm.
I think all staff is on the call.
Is Patty on the call, Jim? Okay. This meeting will come to order. The chair extends a warm welcome to all members and guests attending today's first new District 30 Council business meeting. The first item of business is the appointment of the administration manager to take the minutes of today's historic session. Without objection, the chair appoints Distinguished Toastmaster Eric Yuan. The next item of business is the report of the Credentials Committee. The chair recognizes the Credentials Committee Chair, past International Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Jim Coley. Jim, you're on mute.
Thank you, Chair Richard Peck. Next slide, please. I am happy to report that as of May 12, 2026, the new District 30 had 120 clubs in good standing. A quorum for today's meeting would come from the calculation of 120 clubs times 2 divided by 3, or 80 ballots from clubs. As of May 12th, we had 103 club ballots registered. We have quorum. Total ballots registered, including registered deck members, 144 ballots today. Thank you, Chair. That concludes the Credentials Committee report. On behalf of the committee, I move that the Credentials Committee report be adopted.
Are there any questions about the Credentials Committee report? If so, please post your questions in the chat window. Without objection, the Credentials Committee report is adopted as presented. A quorum is present. The chair thanks Credentials Committee Chair Jim Coley and the committee for the great job they did. The next item of business is the adoption of the proposed rules of order for the meeting. The chair recognizes Zoom Chair, Distinguished Toastmaster Eric Yuan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This evening, or today I should say, fellow Toastmasters, I'm going to be reviewing the rules of order for today's meeting. There are 3 of them. The first rule is Zoom meeting protocol. I want to start by reminding everybody to rename themselves so that we can see you in the chat and sort you out if needed. If you are a member of the deck or you are a meeting official, we would like you to put the @ symbol in front of your district position, followed by name. And if you look in the participant list, you'll see some examples. For instance, I am @ Zoom host Eric Yan. If you are a club officer, you don't need to use the @ symbol. We'd like you to go strictly district number, club officer abbreviation, followed by name. So for instance, if you are in D54, you would start out with D54, your club officer, let's say president, followed by your name. So please look in the participant list and you can see examples of this, but we need everybody to rename themselves and we'll probably make some reminders during the meeting for new attendees. Next rule, you are going to enter this meeting muted, and you're going to stay muted unless recognized by the chair. We're going to ask you then to unmute. Third, use the raised hand function if you would like to be recognized by the chair when it's appropriate to be recognized. Before you speak or answer a question, please state your name followed by your position, be it district officer or club officer. The chat should only be used to chat hosts, co-hosts, and panelists for business purposes only. Please do not use the chat for socializing. Comments during debate will be limited to one comment for a maximum of 2 minutes per person, and you will be timed by the timer, then muted. Okay, so if you're called upon to comment or speak, your duration will be 2 minutes. If you are a voting delegate and you have an objection during the course of today's meeting, please type the word objection in the chat. Include your name, club number, and club officer role. You will then be addressed in the chat. So look for your address, someone to respond to you. Okay. I'm going to read today's disclaimer. A lot of you are familiar with this. This meeting is being recorded. Please read along with this important notice from Toastmasters. By attending this district council meeting, you agree to the privacy policy of Toastmasters International, as well as the unassociated remote hosting service. Some of your personal information, such as name, image, and any shared messages, may be shared with other meeting participants and will be recorded by Toastmasters International, who may use the recording in the future as it sees fit. Your remote attendance hereby discharges Toastmasters International from all claims, demands, rights, promises, damages, and liabilities arising out of or in connection with the use or distribution of said video recordings, including but not limited to any claims for invasion of privacy, appropriation of likeness, or defamation. Whew. That was about as fast as I could say that. Okay, rule number 3 in the last rule. The orders of candidates. And this applies to contested offices only. The candidates will be listed in alphabetical order by their last name. Thank you, Mr. Chair. That concludes the readings of the proposed rules of order for this meeting.
Thank you. Are there any questions about the proposed rules of order? Without objection, the proposed rules of order for this meeting are adopted as presented. The chair thanks the Zoom committee, Distinguished Toastmaster Eric Yan and Susan Yan, PM5, for their outstanding job they did in providing us with today's rules of order. And that was one of the quickest readings of the disclaimer I had heard. I felt like I was getting some lawyerly advice there. The next item of business is the adoption of the agenda for this business meeting that was published prior to the meeting. Are there any changes to the agenda as distributed? If so, please raise your hand to be recognized. Seeing no hands, without objection, the agenda is adopted as distributed. The next item of business is the approval of the appointments for today's meeting. To assist us today, I have appointed professional registered parliamentarian, Distinguished Toastmaster Patty Titus as parliamentarian. Toastmasters Eric Yan, DTM, and Susan Yan, PM5, as Zoom hosts. They will control the Zoom meeting, monitor the chat feature, helping your presiding officer throughout the meeting. And also Julian Wiley, DTM, as election monitor and tellers committee chair. He will control sending out the voting ballots for each election and confirm the results, and Jim Coley and David Kincaid as members of the tellers committee. They will assist and also confirm the results. Also appointed is Grace Walquist, PI5, as timer. Without objection, these will be the appointments for today's meeting. Seeing no objection, the chair sincerely thanks each appointee for their willingness to serve in this historic meeting today. The next item of business is the reading of the Toastmasters District Mission. The chair recognizes past district director, distinguished Toastmaster Stella Lawrence.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, past international president. The Toastmasters International District mission is as follows. We build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, past District Director Lawrence, for reminding us of our mission. Support and excellence are extremely key. Now for some remarks. Congratulations on being part of history. The district alignments taking place throughout Toastmasters International is of a scope never seen before. And although change is not always easy, at times it is necessary. This is one of those times. They say that necessity is the mother of invention. I like to say that change is the catalyst of growth. Today, we will each be part of cementing the legacy of the current District 30, while at the same time, you will be laying the foundation on which the legacy of the new District 30 will be built. I know that District 30 will have a strong foundation and a rich legacy. Once again, congratulations, and now let's start building that legacy. Chair recognizes Mary Matron, who has her hand up. And now the hand is down.
Zoom puts my hand up automatically. I don't know why.
Oh, it could be that you have the reaction set to recognize motion, and it will automatically do that. That's fine, no problem. The next item of business is the recognition of our dignitaries. If we can take the screen down so that we can see the gallery. Any current and past international presidents, raise your virtual hand and be recognized. Any current and past international directors, raise your virtual hand and be recognized. Any current and past region advisors, raise your virtual hand and be recognized. And any current and past district leaders, please raise your hand, virtual hand, and be recognized. Thank you all for your service in the past and your continued service, not only to our organization, but to our members, as they are the most important things we have. The next item of business is to practice voting using the electronic platform Election Buddy. The chair recognizes Election Chair, Distinguished Toastmaster Julian Wiley, to explain the voting procedure and lead the practice voting exercise.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As our chair mentioned, I'm serving this morning as the election monitor and the tellers committee chair, and will control sending out the voting ballots for each election and confirm the results. As you can see on the screen, we have a practice vote. We're going to send out 2 test votes, but this is the layout for the practice. When it's time to send out the election, I'm going to submit it and you'll receive an email. The email will first appear on the left, pointing you toward a link that you will click to vote. Please click on the link, which will bring you to a browser, and it'll allow you to vote. I must preface by saying that please check your spam or junk folder in case it does not arrive in your inbox folder, and have your email inbox ready to receive the invite. So again, you're going to receive an email prompting you to click on the link, and then from there, you're going to click on the link to take you to an election webpage. From there, you will see the election ballot. Please choose one of the following options, and then click on continue. Next slide, please. And then from there, you have a chance to confirm your vote. If you want to change your vote, click on the edit button in the lower left-hand corner. If you confirm, please click on the orange submit button to confirm your vote. The next page will show your confirmation, and you will also receive an email confirmation of your ballot vote. Each test vote will be open for 5 minutes, and the actual voting for the contested candidates will also be for 5 minutes. Please submit your vote and confirm within the 5-minute time frame. Thank you very much. Back to you, Mr. Chair.
Are you going to be sending out a test vote?
Yes, let me do that right now. Thank you. Okay, so please be sure to check your inbox as I queue up the first test to go out.
If you would just let me know when it has been released.
Okay, the first vote has went out. Please check your inbox to submit your vote.
Will the timer please raise their virtual hand so that will put them in the left side of my screen and allow us to know when we have reached 3 minutes with green, 4 minutes with yellow, and then 5 minutes at red, please. We are at 4 minutes.
We are at 5 minutes.
Thank you. We are at 5 minutes. That will conclude the time allotted for the practice vote. We will now wait for the ballots to be tabulated.
Mr. Chair, the votes have been tabulated and by a narrow margin of 52 votes, vanilla, 51 chocolate. That
Very good. Thank
concludes.
you very much. In the future, we will be showing those numbers to you of the elections so that you can see them. We have a couple individuals that are still having some challenges with the ballots. We will work on that behind the scenes. I know that Jim has been working on that behind the scenes. So we will continue to monitor that going forward. But it looked like we had a majority of those voting individuals able to receive their ballots.
Thank you. I will now proceed with the second test of ballot to make sure that everyone is aware of the process to receive the invite and to submit their votes. So I'll notify you when the ballot has been sent.
Thank you. As a reminder, these are just test votes that are being sent, not real votes for the elections coming up. These are just tests to make sure that everyone is receiving their emails and can vote accordingly.
Mr. Chair, the second test vote has been sent.
Thank you. The second test vote has been sent. Timer Grace, please repeat the process from before.
I want everyone to recognize it'll take 45 seconds to a minute for that email to arrive. So please don't post in the chat unless you wait at least 1 minute after it's been announced that the vote has been sent.
We are at 3 minutes. We are at 4 minutes. The 5-minute time limit has been reached. The time for voting has now closed. We will await the results.
Mr. Chair, by a not so slim margin, presentation mastery was the favorite path in pathways based on the collection of ballots.
Would you give me the numbers, please?
Sure. Presentation mastery received 33 votes. Next in line, dynamic leadership at 22 votes. Next, engaging humor at 19 votes. Then, motivational strategies at 10 votes. Persuasive influence at 8 votes. And in the dead last is visionary communication at 6 votes.
Oh, visionary communication got last? That's not right.
And that was my favorite too. But that concludes the practice voting exercises. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Julian, for leading us through the practice voting exercise. My heart still hurts. Give yourselves all a great round of applause. For those of you who have been at international meetings, the business meetings, you know that this is generally the most difficult time and generally when the conga lines start. And you managed to get through 2 test ballots in a relatively short period of time. Thank you very much and congratulations. The chair recognizes D103 Pres Melody Bird. Her hand is up.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I have a question on what is the total number of eligible voters? Do we track that?
Yes, the Credentials Committee Chair did mention the number of votes that were issued, the ballots that were issued for this meeting.
Okay, all right, I missed that. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. And just a reminder that it will be the results are the voting will be a majority of those votes cast at the time. Some individuals may not elect to have the option of voting for something. So it will be based on the number of votes cast, a majority at that point. The next item of business is the new District 30 District Alignment Committee report. The chair recognizes Alignment Committee Chair, Distinguished Toastmasters, Sandra Lane.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Next slide, please. So just to give a little background to those that are new to the council meeting, the Alignment Committee was tasked with reviewing the divisions and areas in both District 30 and District 103 with the objective of merging these two districts into the new District 30. We considered the locations of all clubs, and in addition to that, the committee also reviewed the size, the health, and status of each club so that we would understand if we had to do movement, that we would know the strength of the clubs that would be moving around. So on this slide, it shows where we are, the new District 30. We started out with 9 divisions, and now we're down to 7. We have A, C, D, E, G, N, and S, and I'll explain a little bit more about that later. We now have 28 areas and 148 clubs. It is important to note that with this combining of the two districts, DuPage County, which was Division W, all moved over to District 211, and there were 11 clubs from Division D that also moved over to District 211. Now, I know this is very sensitive, but I do want to make it clear that the Alignment Committee did not have the responsibility or the authority to do anything with this movement. This was voted and done by the Board of Directors. If there are any questions, that would have to be sent over to Jim Coley or our International Director, Srinivasa Sanini. At this point, our recommendation was 21 clubs that have been slated to move to the new district, within the new District 30. We also considered that there were 4 new clubs. Zebra Technologies and Synergy Tastemasters were chartered within District 30, and United Airlines and ZS Associates were chartered in April by District 103. The boundaries of the new District 30 are Cook, Lake, and McHenry counties of Illinois. Next slide, please. So this is the recommendation of the committee. So as mentioned before, Division W and Division F have now been dissolved. They've gone away. So these are the clubs that we have recommended for movement. C25, so C remains. So C25 has been dissolved, and those clubs that are in orange have been moved throughout that particular division. Division D, I mentioned half of those clubs were moved. So we took those clubs and they have been moved to different divisions based on their location. So you'll see here that some moved to Division E, some to B. Most of them went to E based on where they're located. And then, let's see, F, Division F was dissolved, and all of those moved to Division D. So most of the movement, again, was based on location, given that we had to dissolve a couple of our divisions. Okay, next slide. Here is a summary of what our new district looks like. So I mentioned earlier, we have 7 divisions, and this is a summary of how many clubs are in each of the areas. I know it's a little bit hard to read, but Division A and C both have 22 clubs. Division D has 20 clubs, Division E, 23, Division G has 19 clubs, and Division N and S both have 21 clubs. So if there's any additional chartering, we hope that we will try to put clubs in those areas that just have 4. And there are just 2 areas that have just 4 clubs in them. Okay, next slide, please. Here is a map of the overall Group 9. And you can see the area of District 212 and District 211 and that little small brown area for District 30. So you can see that we have really such small land mass compared to the other 2 districts. Then the next map in red actually breaks down the counties that are in our district. So as I mentioned earlier, we've got McHenry over to the left, Lake County to the north, and the balance of our district is Cook County. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, here is a Z map that gives you a visual depiction of how the clubs are aligned within our district. And this shows, given that our land mass is pretty small compared to the other ones, our clubs look tight. And this is the only way I could show it without it, to show the whole picture on the map. So there is a link. So if you would like to see a more detailed picture of how the clubs are located, it is available on the District 30 website, so you can look at the detail. But I also wanted to explain the grid here on the left. So Division A is our northwest suburbs. So those that are in orange here. Division C and Division D are our Chicago Loop and our Chicago Downtown. So on this map, it's pretty much the clubs that are, if you see that black 24, there's some yellow pins behind that. There's a tight cluster of clubs, and that's going to be our Chicago Loop and Downtown. Division E is suburban. That's going to be, I think, some of that, the red. Division G, City and Western, will be those gray pins. The northern suburbs are the pins that are bluish green up here at the top. And then finally, Division S is Chicago and South suburbs, which you will see the pinkish looking clubs. So what we did, that there were a few letter changes, and we tried as much as possible so that the division names, like Division N, is for North. So members will have an easier time understanding what division they're in. So there are two exceptions, and that's with Division A and Division G and E. So we left those the same, but everything else we tried to match up and maintain so that the name and the location is somewhat in sync. The link here will give you the detail for our alignment. So if you click on that, it'll take you and you can see each of these divisions and each of the clubs that are located in each of those divisions. Next slide, please. Okay. I would like to thank my amazing committee of Robert Adamson, Rebecca Daly, Kaushal Gupta, Stella Lawrence, Elizabeth Stevenson, Gina Sumter, and Carol Wilkins. They did a lot of work in making sure that we not only understood where clubs were located, but to also understand the health and status of the clubs, because we thought that was important as we were looking to move clubs around. Okay, and with that, thank you, Mr. Chair. That concludes the Alignment Committee report. On behalf of the committee, I move that the District 30 Alignment Report for 2026-2027 be adopted.
Thank you, Madam Alignment Committee Chair and your committee. What a great job that was done. Since the motion comes from a committee, a second is not required. The question is on the adoption of the District 30 Alignment Report for 2026-2027. Unless there is an objection, the District 30 Alignment Report will be adopted by unanimous consent. Since there is no objection,
I don't have an objection. I just have a question. Is that possible?
let's ask your question before I go for the vote, or before we pass this, because there was no objection. Let me finish my portion first, and then we'll let you answer your question. How's that?
Okay.
That way we
That's
make sure it's addressed.
Okay.
But since there is no objection, the motion is adopted, and the District 30 Alignment Report for the 2026-2027 year is adopted as presented. Well done, Alignment Committee team. Now, there are two questions. Since the report is adopted, I will allow those questions so that they can be answered, Chandra, just to make sure that we address them. So you can address the questions directly to the realignment committee chair, and she will answer them.
Okay. All right. So I'm Valerie Smith, District 103 District Director. The question I had, because it was a question that came up to me at the conference, and we had a particular club that came from District 30 that was moved over, I believe, to 211, and they were wanting to know if they can propose because they didn't like the fact they were moved out of 30. So can they write a proposal of going back to 30? I did not know how to answer that question.
Clubs that are, so as you know, the clubs that have been moved, that decision has been made. But the ultimate decision of where clubs fall is based on their location. So if they are to move their location, that information would have to be submitted to Toastmasters International and reviewed, and then a decision would be made. So at that point, they would have to work with Toastmasters International, and if their location of their meeting, so if they're having either in-person or hybrid meetings, and if their location has changed, and if that location is within District 30, then that possibility does exist.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Credentials Chair Coley, I saw your hand come up. Were you wanting to respond to that question?
Yes, sir, Chair Peck. I posted a link in the chat, and it's intended for understanding what the process is to move clubs between districts. And for cases where we have an online club becoming a hybrid club with real bricks and mortar and a real location, it'll probably be more streamlined than clubs that are already brick and mortar and simply want the lines of the district moved. But there is a link there. There is a process to follow. It can't be done through the authority, as Sandra said, by the authority of this district council. It has to be discussed at the Toastmasters International board level. And of course, your contact there is International Director Srinivas Sainini.
Thank you, Credentials Committee Chair Coley. Chair recognizes Mary Matchin.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Sandra, two questions. First of all, I noticed that there's 4 areas in each division, but the areas have a lot of clubs. You know, most of them are like 5 or 6 clubs in an area, and that's a lot. It's not how we usually do it, I think. And I was just wondering if there was a limitation there that you were trying to keep to 4 areas per division or something like that.
Well, well, we were allocating the clubs based on the volume. So at one point we did have 5 areas, but we ended up having to collapse one of the areas to make sure that we had enough clubs in each of the areas. The one thing we had to consider is that we do have some clubs that are currently in suspended status, which happened as of April, once we moved over to the new membership cycle. And so it was important that we had enough clubs in each area so that if 1 or 2 of those clubs drop off, that the area still has at least 4 clubs, because you have to have a minimum of 4 clubs. So that's why you will see at least 6 clubs in some areas, because we have to account for clubs that are at risk and could go away.
Okay.
I hope I'm answering your question.
Yeah. Okay. And my second question is, looking at the map, it looks like there's a couple of clubs like that are way outside the cluster of the rest of the color. And I was wondering
We
about
talk
that.
at the top and on the left, because that's the McHenry County clubs.
That was the what? I'm sorry?
Those clubs that are in McHenry County. If you're
No, it
talking
wasn't
up,
McHenry County. It was more south.
okay, then those are our South suburban clubs.
There was one that was kind of way off. I was just wondering if it was a mistake or if there was an intentional thing there. Yeah.
So did you go to the actual Z map and look at where the clubs are? You talking from here or somewhere else?
this pink one, 103, up above all the rest of the pink ones. And then there's a yellow one in the pink ones. This is all in the south area.
Right. In some cases, if there were, so what we didn't do any movement in the South Division. And if a club was there, and let's say it was an online club, so online clubs can be located anywhere.
Okay.
So we didn't do any movement with online clubs. We kept things intact unless there was movement that needed to be made. So in some cases, you will see something that looks a little bit out of line with location, but we will double check what that pin is and make sure that nothing is out of order. But thank you for bringing that to our attention.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you to all for your questions. Thank you, Committee Chair Sandra Lane, for the great work that you and your committee done. Congratulations, District 30. Time to start building your legacy, and I know it's going to be a legacy that is strong. The next item of business is the new District 30 District Leadership Committee report. The chair recognizes District Leadership Committee Chair, Distinguished Toastmaster, past District Director Stella Lawrence.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair, past International President. It was a very exciting time for us because we understood that we were joining two different districts and combining into a brand new District 30. A lot of things were put into consideration. The committee worked very hard. We started very early last year and the fall part of the year and moved into January, February, March, and April. And we were able to work on a weekly basis to ensure that we found the best for our brand new District 30. Next slide, please. We took in consideration many factors. Is the person a visionary? Is the person an empowering kind of leader? Is the person good under pressure that can conduct the district council meetings, which are challenging at sometimes? And is a person willing to be open-minded? Will they accept other ideas that maybe they're not their ideas, but they're ideas that are worth considering and working on, and accept them? And to be totally committed to our district and our members in our district, and to be willing to be mentored as a leader as well. These were the top things in our mind as we were looking at each one of the candidates and selecting and asking people to step up. Please, the next slide. We are slating these candidates for these positions, and the following are the slated candidates for the different positions in our district. The district director is Ivory Gwynn, DTM. The program quality director is Elizabeth Stevenson, DTM. Our club growth director has two candidates, Shanita Burton and Alice Ann Williams. Next slide, please. Our division directors by division are Mushang Sersky for Division A, Dr. Anita Nagubadi for Division C, Darnell Williams for Division D, Stephen Sundstrom for Division E. Division G is open, which is around the east part of O'Hare and a little bit further south, like towards LaGrange area. Brad Soren is in Division N. Jerome Raleigh for Division S. These are real-time leaders that really grow by their experiences of being in the trenches and working to become leaders for us. Next slide, please. The committee was absolutely awesome. I think everyone on the committee commented on how a wonderful experience it was for them. We took it seriously and put in a lot of Saturdays and Sundays in the early part of this year. I'd like to recognize Jim Balone, our past district director, Jack Calaban, DTM, Valerie Fouchon, DTM, past district director, Wanda Griffin, DTM, John Labby, DTM, Sandra Lane, DTM, past district director, Mary Matron, DTM, Bonnie Sweet, SR5, Jerry Tucker, DTM, Julian Wiley, DTM, Joe Davis, EH5. And I've been very excited and proud to work with these individuals along with our candidates. Next slide, please. Thank you. That is the report. Back to you, Mr. Chair, as International Director, President.
Thank you, Madam District Leadership Committee Chair. Can we go back to that last slide for a minute? I want to point out something about leadership. If you look at the names, those receiving credit from the chair have the largest names on that slide. The chair, who had a lot of responsibility, took the smallest naming slot there. That's leadership. When you recognize those who help support you and your committee and put them bold compared to where you are. So Stella, well done with that. Once again, thank you, Madam District Leadership Committee Chair, for the commitment and investment of time that you and your committee dedicated to the fulfillment of your duties and responsibilities. Your work is deeply appreciated and will help District 30 grow. Let me list the names of individuals who were put forward for nomination. The District 30 Leadership Committee put forward the following names. For District Director, Ivory Gwynn, DTM. For District Program Quality Director, Elizabeth Stevenson, DTM. For District Club Growth Director, Sanitha Burton, ACSCL, and Alcice Ann Williams, DTM. For the Office of Division Director A, Mushiang Pajirski, PM5. For the Office of Division C, Nitha Fioni Nagubadi, PI5. For Division Director D, L. Darnell Williams. For Division Director E, L. Darnell Williams, EC5. Do not let me forget that. For Division Director E, Steve Sundstrom, DL5. For Division Director N, Brad Soren, DL4. For Division Director S, Jerome Raleigh, DTM. We will now commence with the elections. For District 30 Director, Ivory Gwynn, DTM, is nominated. The chair did not receive a notice of intent to run from the floor for the office of District Director. Therefore, the chair declares that the nominations for District Director are closed. There is one uncontested candidate for the office of District Director. Pursuant to Toastmasters International Protocol 9.0 11J, unless there is an objection, the chair will dispense with a secret ballot and instruct the administrative manager to vote a single ballot for the candidate in this uncontested office. There is no objection. The chair will dispense with the secret ballot and instruct the administrative manager to vote a single ballot for the candidate. The chair declares elected as the 2026-2027 District 30 Director, Distinguished Toastmaster, Ivory Gwynn. Please spotlight him and join the chair in a warm round of applause. Congratulations. There is one uncontested candidate for the office of Program Quality Director. Pursuant to Toastmasters International Protocol 9.0 11J, unless there is an objection, the chair will dispense with the secret ballot and instruct the administrative manager to vote a single ballot for the candidate in this uncontested office. There being no objection, the chair will dispense with the secret ballot and instruct the administrative manager to vote a single ballot for the candidates. The chair declares elected as the 2026-2027 District 30 Program Quality Director, Distinguished Toastmaster, Elizabeth Stevenson. Please spotlight her and join the chair in a warm round of applause. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Congratulations to District 30.
Absolutely. For District 30 Club Growth Director, Shanitha Burton, ACS CL, and Elise Ann Williams, DTM, are nominated. The District Leadership Committee Chair did not receive a notice of intent to run from the floor for this office. Therefore, the nominations for Club Growth Director are closed. Each candidate for the contested office will be entitled to make a 2-minute speech. Candidate Shanitha Burton's daughter is graduating from college today, so we will not hear from her. We will, however, hear from candidate Elise Ann Williams, and the timers will time for 2-minute speech at the countdown clock. The timer will raise her virtual hand, which will put her, at the top left-hand corner of the virtual screen. She already has her hand up. The candidates will receive green timing cue at 1 minute 30 minutes, yellow at 1:45, red at 1:55, and the candidate's microphone will be muted at 2 minutes. For the Office of Club Growth Director, the chair recognizes Distinguished Toastmaster Elise Ann Williams. Before you begin, can you see the timer? We can't hear you.
Yes.
We can hear you now. Your time will begin.
Fellow Toastmasters and leaders of District 30, thank you for this moment. I'm Reverend Dr. Alice Ann Williams, and I'm seeking the role of Club Growth Director because I believe growth is not just numbers. It's a mission, a ministry, a movement. This district is stepping into a fresh chapter. 2 districts, 2 histories, 2 sets of strength, becoming one. And in this moment of transition, we need a leader who understands how to build, how to unify, and how to create momentum that lasts. I'm running because I've seen what happens when people feel welcome, supported, and celebrated. Clubs grow when members feel like they belong. Clubs grow when leaders feel equipped. Clubs grow when districts stand beside them with strategy. My vision is simple and it's strong. Strengthening the club we have by giving them coaching, tools, and consistent support. Revitalizing struggling clubs with hands-on guidance and clear pathway back to charter strength. Launch new clubs that reflect diversity, innovation, corporate landscape of Chicago. And most importantly, building a culture where every member feels seen, valued, and heard. Power to rise. I bring experience as a program quality director, a ministry leader, an educator who has spent years developing people, building systems, nurturing community. I lead with excellence, accountability, and heart. And I believe that District 30 deserves nothing less. Back to you.
Thank you, Distinguished Toastmaster Williams. The elections chair will please launch the electronic ballots voting for the office of Club Growth Director. Please let me know when the ballot has been launched.
Mr. Chair, the ballot has been launched.
Thank you. The ballot is and voting for the office of Club Growth Director is now open. Please cast your votes. The polls will be open for 5 minutes. Timer, please indicate 3, 4, and 5. We are at 3 minutes. We are at 4 minutes. We are at 5 minutes. Polling is now closed, and we will await the results of the election. Elections Chair, please chat the results to me before we display them.
Mr. Chair, I do have results ready.
Okay, as soon as they are sent to me for review, we will go ahead and pull them up. Thank you. Julian, did you send those to me yet?
I did, Mr. Chair, private chat.
Okay, because I'm not seeing anything in the private chat.
Julian, do you want to use the staff sidebar chat?
Sure.
Jim, since I'm not a host or co-host, I'm not going to be in any of the sidebar chat. Jim, can you send it to me through our chat?
Yes, sir. Apologies, I thought you were in that sidebar. My bad.
No worries. Give me 1 minute to review them and then we will display them. All right, would everyone like to know the results of the election? Yeah, I've seen a couple of hands. Not that many people excited. I don't see a lot of hands going there. All right, that's better. That's better. If we could display the results for Club Growth Director, please. With the total number of votes cast, 107. Shanita Burton, 32. Elise Ann Williams, 75. The chair declares Elise Ann elected the 2026-2027 Club Growth Director. Please spot this. Is she spotlighted? And let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you all so very, very much. I'm going to do you proud.
And remember, that's been recorded and live streamed. You'll be hooked to it now. The following candidates are nominated by the District Leadership Committee for the office of Division Director for 26-27. For Division Director A, Mushiang Pajewski, PM5. For Division C, Nitha Fiona Nangubadi, PI5. For Division D, L. Darnell Williams, EC4. For Division E, Steve Sundstrom, DL5. For Division N, Brad Soren, DL4. For Division S, Jerome Rowley, DTM. The chair did not receive a notice of intent to run from the floor for the office of Division Director. Therefore, the chair declares the nominations for division directors are closed. There is one uncontested candidate for each office of Division Director. Pursuant to Toastmasters International Protocol 9.0, Section 11J, unless there is an objection, the chair will dispense with the secret ballot and instruct the administrative manager to vote a single ballot for the candidates in these uncontested offices. Being no objection, the chair will dispense the secret ballot and instruct the administrative manager to vote a single ballot for each candidate for division director. The chair declares elected as 2026-2027 District 30 Division Directors, Division A, Mushiang Pajewski, PM5. Division C, Nitha Fiona Nagubadi, PI5.
Yeah, thank you.
Division D, L. Darnell Williams, EC4.
Thank you.
Division E, Steve Sundstrom, DL5. Division N, Brad Soren, DL4. And Division S, Jerome Rowley, DTM. Division directors, please raise your virtual hands so that Zoom host can spot you if they haven't done so already. They are all spotlighted on your screen. Let's give them a round of applause.
Thank you.
Congratulations to
Thank
all.
you. Thank you. So
Thank
excited.
you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, everybody.
Thank you very much.
District 30 is in good hands. Upon adjournment of the District Council's annual meeting, all election results are final. Result of the election must be displayed on the district website and may also be announced in other public forums as soon as possible following the adjournment of the meeting. All ballots are retained for 24 hours following the close of the meeting for review only by the district director or district credentials chair as necessary, and immediately thereafter destroyed by the district director or the district credentials chair. That concludes the election process. Again, congratulations to all elected District 30 officers. The next item of business is the report of the District 30 Transition Committee. The chair recognizes Transition Committee Chair, Distinguished Toastmaster, Don Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I had the honor and distinction of serving as transition chair for the new District 30, which meant I had 7 ad hoc committees that each put together reports to help assist the incoming administration with doing an excellent job of running the new District 30. I would like to take this moment to thank each and every committee chair as well as committee members for a job well done. Next slide. For our Public Relations and Communication Committee, thank you so much for all your hard work and efforts and the time you spent with your team, Sheila Edens Brown, and you, Shane Jersey. Thank you so much. Next slide. Our District Recognitions Program and Incentive Committee, which was ran by Jim Bloom with the assistance of Keith Essex, Amy Duncan, and Trina Odo. Thank you so much for all your hard work and your committee, Jim Bloom. The Finance and Assets Committee, which was ran by Latrina Odo. They did a fabulous job and actually put together a book for the incoming finance manager for the new District 30. Thank you so much, Latrina. Dan Bessie Akamuno, Samuel Brooks, Joe Davis, Susan John, and Cynthia Leggett. Next slide. Our club and district leadership training, which was ran by our newly selected club group director-elect Alice Ann Williams, along with the assistance of Patty Anderson and Anise Anderson. Thank you so much for all your hard work and effort. I'm sure that the incoming administration will appreciate all that you suggested for them. Our district operations procedure, which was ran by current club growth director for District 103, Mark Machino, along with Brian Shields. Thank you so much for all your work and efforts. The technology and website committee, which was ran by past district director Stella Lawrence with the assistance of Aaron Muhammad, James Larmy, Ivory Gwynn, and Joe Davis. And they're currently working on a brand new district website for the new District 30. Thank you for all your hard work. Our district's events committee, which was ran by Valerie Fuson, along with the assistance of Stella Lawrence, Mary Matron, and Dr. Alice Ann Williams. Thank you so much, Valerie, for all your hard work and effort. Next slide. Chicagoland, the new frontier. These are the voices of the new District 30 Starship Enterprise. It's a lifetime mission to explore new businesses, to seek out new club opportunities and new members, to boldly go where no district has ever gone B4. Thank you, everyone. Back to you, Mr. Chair.
Are there any questions regarding the Transition Committee report? That is the first time I have witnessed the Starship Enterprise being used in a committee report, Transition Committee report. Chair recognizes Jim Coley.
Just in terms of setting expectations, I don't know if TI is going to have the budget for a new Starship in the coming year, but we'll see.
I expect you're probably building it along with a nuclear reactor in your backyard.
We're not supposed to talk about that in public.
Sorry. Seeing no questions, please join me in thanking the Transition Committee Chair, Distinguished Toastmaster Don Williams, and the members of the committee for their commitment and dedication. I am now honored to facilitate the installation ceremony as we welcome our new district leadership team for the 2026-2027 term. Even though we are gathered virtually, the significance of this moment remains as strong as we pledge our commitment to serving our Toastmasters community. Before we install our new leaders, I'd like to take a moment to thank the outgoing team. District officers, please turn on your cameras, raise your virtual hands, and be recognized for your service. I'm going to ask that everybody unmute and give a loud shout out for these leaders who have led you this year and have set the legacy for District 30.
Hooray!
Yay!
Well done.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good service.
We have done it.
Great
To our outgoing
job.
officers,
Great job.
To our outgoing officers, on behalf of myself and Toastmasters International, thank you for your dedication to our members and putting them first and foremost in all you have done. You have exemplified our core values throughout your leadership within the district. I will now ask the new district leaders to turn on their cameras and unmute themselves. As I call your name, please allow our moderator to spotlight you. It is my honor to introduce District Director-elect Ivory Gwynn.
Congratulations.
Program Quality Director-elect Elizabeth Stevenson.
Congratulations. Yay.
Thank you.
Can we highlight the Ivory and Elizabeth at the same time, please?
Sure.
And Club Growth Director Alisanne Williams. I'd like to have all three of them on the screen.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Hey.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right, now here's going to be the challenge. You've been used to using your virtual hands. We're going to see if you actually know the physical right and left hand, since it's not distinguished in the virtual world. Newly elected officers, please raise your right hand. Ivory checked twice. Everyone else followed suit. Do you individually and collectively pledge to perform your duties to the best of your ability, uphold the mission of our organization, and support the members of this district through the coming year? Please respond, I do.
I do.
I do.
By the power vested in me, I declare the duly installed as District 30 leaders for 2026-2027 term. I wish you all the best and congratulations. That duly powered thing as a justice of the peace, that really pushes the limits there, Mr. Coley. For all other members, please unmute, because it's important that you will support these leaders as well. So I ask, will the members of District 30 please commit to supporting your newly elected district leaders? Please respond, we will.
We will.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you all. And now I'd like to bring up Distinguished Toastmaster, District Director-elect Ivory Gwynn to say a few words.
Thank you, International Past President, district leadership, and fellow council members. Today, we step into a new District 30. But for most of us, this is not new. These are familiar memories. Memories of a time when we were strong, united, thriving, and here I plan on bringing it back. We might have separated in 2017, but in our hearts, we were not separated. Now we are together again, and that gives us new energy, energy to rebuild, energy to rise up, and energy to become much better than before. Building doesn't start at the top, it starts at the club level. With togetherness, with connections, with leadership, growth. When the club grows, everything. Leadership grows in your club, everything. I never thought I'll be here this long. Someone said to me, I think it was Mike Rafferty years ago, said, I'm a lifer, and you're a lifer too. And I laughed. I said, as soon as I get my DTM, I'm out of here. Well, 4 DTMs later, I'm still here because this program changes people. It takes someone shy, someone afraid to rock the boat and turn that someone into believing in possibilities. Another friend used to tell me, a fork and a knife works together, but to become sharp, you have to hang around sharp knives. And that sounds dangerous in Chicago, but when you hang around strong knives, metal sharpens metal. And when you're hang around strong people, wise people, and you listen, you will rise up just like them. This year, we will grow in learning and in leadership. And as one of my dear friends, Pat Martin, Joan Moore, and Michelle Cable taught me, you must follow before you lead. And now my mission is to find those leaders in the club and lift them up to the top, because the cream of the crop should always be guiding the districts. In the new District 30, education will be stronger than ever for the president and VPE. And if you want to be an area director and be a part of my team, join me, because when it's over with, you're going to be so close to your DTM. And you'll know your path and you'll know everything. You will have the support that you need, and you will become a leader, not just in Toastmasters, but in your home and in your communities, and especially at work. Together we will rebuild, together we will grow, and together we will make District 30 shine again. Thank you.
Thank you, Distinguished Toastmaster Ivory Gwynn. I've known you for years. I've watched your leadership as you've grown throughout. I look forward to seeing what you're doing with the new District 30. But remember, no leader leads by leaving others behind. Leaders lead by working together, moving forward as one. The next item of business is acknowledgement. The chair wishes to extend his thanks to all Toastmasters involved in the district transition work. This was a historic time for our organization, and thank you for being part of history. This included organizing and staffing this meeting, which we spent several hours on, and I know the individuals behind the scenes spent many sleepless nights preparing to make sure this went smoothly. I also want to thank all of you who took part in the formation of this new District 30. Thank you to all. I look forward to watching this new district as it grows through the 2026-2027 year. The next item of business is announcements. As a reminder, the Toastmasters International Convention will be held in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, August 19th through the 22nd, with the theme Wide Open Communication. Registration is still open. I encourage you all to sign up and meet there in person. The experience of being at an international convention, meeting individuals from around the world, sharing stories, and getting to know one another is like anything you'll ever experience. Since there is no further business to be conducted, and without objection, this meeting is adjourned. Well done, everybody.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, everyone. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations and thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Nicole. Thank you, Mr. Peck.
Congratulations, Ivory.
Yeah, congratulations, Ivory.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, everyone, and thank you
Yep.
so much.
Thank you to the organizers.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, organizers. Yeah, for everything.
Thank you to
you.
Toastmasters
Great job, Jim.
International.
Congrats,
for the
trio.
support.
Congrats, incoming division directors. Looking forward to a new D30.
Hooray!
I
Yay.
look forward to working with you all.
Thank you so much, Jim Coley, for all the work you've been doing.
Thank you, Jim.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Stella.
So fortunate to have you all as
Thank
my
you,
helpers.
Sandra.
Thank you, everybody, for
Thank
getting
you.
it,
Yeah.
getting it done.
Amen.
Right.
Thank you, past
Looking
international
forward to
president, for
working
doing
with
an
that
outstanding job.
We'll see all of you going forward.
Wow.
Have a
wonderful weekend.
Family.
Enjoy your day. Enjoy
It
your
is
celebration.
done.
There's your
Yes.
success.
I
Have a great
second
weekend,
that.
everyone.
I'm so excited.
Thank
We're all
you.
together again.
The family is back together
Yes.
again.
We're all together again. Oh,
That's right.
Absolutely. You
Right.
and
Back together again.
I love it.
All right.
All right, all. I wish you all the best. It's been a pleasure being your chair. I have to go do a workshop now for District 13, so see each other soon.
Thank you,
Ivory,
Mr.
if you
Chair.
need anything or your team needs
Thank
anything,
you,
you know how to
thank
get in
you.
touch with me.
Great job.
Thank you all.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great.
Congrats.
Nice job, Julian, on the voting. That was great. It's not the easiest
Yeah.
in the world to do.
Smooth.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That's a lot. It's a lot. That's a
We
lot.
got it done. Great.
Yes.
Great to
And your
help.
timing was really, really, really good because it's hard to get that out there. You know, I've done with the buddy before, and oh my God, you got to make sure you get the timing just right. So great job with that.
There are so many moving pieces to Election Buddy. I'm like, okay, I gotta figure out how to, click what next. But it got it done. So I thank God there were no contestants contesting to the alignment. So that was a good thing too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm very happy with the results. So congrats again. I still see Elizabeth. Congrats to you. Congrats to you, Allison.
Thank you, Allison.
Allison, yeah, congratulations.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Congratulations.
Congrats. I see
Wonderful.
Dr. Neitha. I see Darnell.
Yeah.
Yep, El Darnell, Nita,
Yeah.
Don.
Don,
Thank
thank you, Don.
Thank you for
Awesome
pulling
work.
all of those committees together.
I think it's time to-
Stella, oh my gosh.
Stella. Stella.
Thank you. Thank you for being Stella.
I haven't had one moment off. One. God. I love it though. I love you all so much.
Wow. It shows.
And Timothy's right here, right. Come here,
I'm
Timothy.
sure he's
Where's
quite
Timothy?
happy.
Show Timothy.
He's right.
Hey,
Oh,
hey, Papa Dog. Hey, hey, hey.
he loves to lick me. He just loves it. Oh my God. Okay.
He
Love it,
behaved.
Dad.
And thank you, Grace, for your timing excellence. Appreciate
Oh,
it.
yes, yes, yes. Great job.
So much fun. And really
Good. I'm glad
appreciate
you enjoyed it.
you're doing all the election stuff. You're like doing all the whistles and bells and staying so calm.
He was, wasn't he?
Smoke and mirrors, Grace. Smoke and mirrors. I was a wreck inside, but thank you for working with me. I see you, Mamie. Hello, hello, Mamie. Hui Fang, I see you as well.
Yeah, glad that you came, Kufin.
Oh, he's hugging me. Huggy.
Hello, Martha.
Martha.
Martha's
Hey.
here.
Yeah,
And Mamie?
Yep.
Nika. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
great weekend. Thank you
Fish for
all.
breakfast. Have a
Looking
great
forward
rest of the
to a
weekend.
great next year.
That's right.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Take care, folks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.